All right, what is up, guys? So in this module, we're just going to go through some, tips that I've learned over the years that are really hard to categorize kind of elsewhere in the course. And as new and like cool strategies, come to light, they're going to be added to this section rather than kind of, tried to be smashed into the kind of pre-thought out chronological order of the prior sections because, whether or not it may seem like it, I put a lot of effort and thought into like the order and organization of the course to kind of be as chronological and well thought out as possible. And so this final module is kind of the place where all the things that I want to teach you go, but don't really fit logically anywhere else. So what we're going to talk about in this particular video is how to remove negative seller feedback, because it's important to remember that there's two types of public feedback that customers are able to give you as an Amazon seller. They can leave you a review on the actual product listing itself, right? Like a 1 through 5 star, where they say something like, this coffee cup is awesome, or like this coffee cup is a piece of crap, right? And they'll give you a 1 star or a 5 star. It's publicly available to be seen by anyone, and it's very difficult to actually have those removed. It's basically impossible to do it within Amazon's terms of service. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to remove or request removal of seller feedback, right? Not to be confused with product reviews, but seller feedback. And so what we're going to do is this is from our main kind of screen here. We're going to look at customer feedback. And when we click this, we can see that, they're actually leaving seller feedback. So this is the feedback about us, right? Like this is not actually feedback on the product itself. It's feedback about the sellers. Package was banged to heck because of UPS, but it was packaged so well by seller it came perfectly intact. This is like the example of a perfect customer. I love these guys. I should like reach out and say something. But anyways, so one of the things that I like to do, or like that I have a virtual assistant do, which I'll talk about in a bit, is contact these awesome buyers who are like super awesome and super nice, especially like if it's within like the last 30 to 60 days. I usually try to do it quickly rather than like kind of retrospectively in like big batches. But the purpose of this particular video is to talk about how to actually remove seller feedback, because it's actually against terms of service, protecting us as sellers for once, for a customer to leave seller feedback related to a product, right? Seller feedback is meant for feedback about the seller themselves, not the product. That's what product reviews are for, right? And so what we can do when we get these negative reviews, like 1 out of 5, right? Like they're damaging our kind of, like in the last 30 days, we have 100%, but we had like the occasional sprinkling of people who said that, we suck. So what you can do is under here in actions, you can say contact customer, but if it's within the last 90 days, right? Like for this one, these guys gave us a 3 star. What we can do is request removal, right? So basically what they're saying is, like, hey, these guys suck. They are like, they say, hey, this product sucks. And they're leaving negative things about the product itself as seller feedback. Then we can just come in here and we can press request removal. And once that actually processes, they're going to say, we have reviewed this feedback and found it does not comply with our policies, so we have struck it through, right? And that it's literally as simple as that. Anytime that a customer talks about a negativity relating to a product in seller feedback, you can just press this one little button, and it's as simple as that, and they remove it. And that's so much easier than it used to be. But it's as simple as that, guys. And that's how you remove seller feedback when it relates to a product negativity itself rather than the seller. That's why there's 2 forms of communication: product reviews and seller reviews. And when they talk about product sucking in a seller review, you can request to have it removed. And Amazon is actually very lenient in the good favor of the sellers for once in this particular case. So that's how you remove negative seller feedback when it relates to products. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's get to the next.